Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Fellow Toastmasters, guests, and Christy. For a second ever Toastmaster speech, that was superb.
Yes.
In fact, I might even say luminous. I have 4 compliments I would like to pay Christy on her speech, and 2 suggestions that may make the speech even better. Firstly, did you notice her structure? It was crystal clear. It was beautiful. She started with a very engaging story, and then when she finished the story, she took us into the body by saying, and now I am going to share 2 tips on negotiation. We know exactly where she's taking us. And then once she had done that, she wrapped up with a call to action. I urge you to use these tips. I use them, and it helps me get whatever I want. Who can believe that? Secondly, the topic itself was great, don't you think? It's something that interests all of us. It was a great source of information, and it was also something that all of us can use. Thirdly, and this may be the most important, her energy. Her energy comes across so effectively, and energy is the most important quality to any speech. One area in particular in which Christy radiates energy is her voice. It's strong and it's well supported. And finally, I loved your humor. You had several instances of terrific humor. I think my favorite one was, never split the difference or you may just get half of your friend back. How could this speech be better? Your voice is great. Christy's pace of delivery is consistently at one level. It's always quick, which is part of the way she's able to communicate her energy. But I would urge you to consider varying your pace a bit and also incorporating pauses. For example, when you wrapped up your first tip and went into the second, you said, first tip is never split the difference. Second tip is ask a lot of how questions. As opposed to letting the first section sit with us a bit, and then say, first tip is never split the difference. The second tip is ask a lot of how questions. When you vary your pace like that, you also have an opportunity to use your pacing to emphasize what you want to emphasize, to punch certain words, or to stretch certain words. And finally, I'd suggest this rule. You start with your story, which is terrific, but then tell us what you're going to talk about and tell us what's in it for us. So tell your story and say, I'm going to tell you about this book, Never Split the Difference. It's got a lot of great tips in negotiation, which you'll be able to use not just in your business life, but also in your personal life. And then go into your tips. That's a real refinement, Christy, because by and large, as I said, you are not a beginning speaker. In fact, I'm beginning to wonder if she's even an intermediate speaker. That was a first-rate speech, Christy. I can't wait to hear what else you have to offer our club. Mr. Toastmaster.